When we were developing the IFRMP prioritization tool in the early stages, we used some relatively crude survey tools to collect information, including things like project locations. One of the requests from participants was to include some mapping features to make it easier to verify some of those spatial details. And in the latest version of the tool, we have done that. I'm going to just arbitrarily pick Project 9, which is about beaver colonization and installation of beaver dam analogs. This is in the Scott Basin. I want to draw your eyes to the HUC 12 tab. And when you expand that tab, you get a map. And this shows you all of the locations highlighted in dark black where, as currently defined, practitioners would like to potentially consider having this project occur. Obviously, this is not representing the footprint of the project. It's just showing which hydrologic unit the projects would be located in. And there's some good background reasons for why we chose that scale. But one of the things that you can now do in the tool, and the important part of showing folks this, is there's the ability to suggest changes. So if there's some mistake that has occurred, or a participant feels that there should be more or fewer or just different locations selected, so I would suggest changes. And what you're able to do is propose adding and removing these units for this project. An important aspect of this as well is consider that the idea of a project in the IFRMP is something that can be accomplished within a reasonable time frame, let's say in 2 to 5 years. So this isn't meant to be over 20 years everywhere you'd like to have beaver dam analogs. In the next phase of implementation in a, let's say, 2 to 5 year time period, where would you want this project to be? And that applies to all of the projects that we have in the IFRMP thus far. So if I hit yes to this question of select changes to this project, I would enter my name, and that's required. I might do something like, say, my affiliation. And what I'm able to do now is, and this is just a demonstration, it's not based on any personal knowledge I have of BDAs in the Scott, but let's just say for argument's sake that this location should be removed and this location should be removed, and that I feel that there was a mistake in not including this basin, which is now highlights in blue. That's a suggested add. So red means please remove and blue means please add. And this doesn't instantaneously get saved to the database, but it does get transferred to the database where the facilitators will look at these proposals alongside of every other participant that may have reviewed this project. And you need to include a rationale, and I haven't thought this through for today, but I will, just because I want to be a bit cute about it, I'll say, I am the Yoda of BDAs in the Scott, and I have 5 shelves of peer-reviewed references why these changes should be made. That'll probably get the facilitators' attention and at least lead to some type of communication and vetting that would work. But of course, this is meant to be about the overall central views of the group as a whole. And a lot of care is taken to communicate with restoration practitioners to make these choices and make sure that we're listening to all members of that group that was chosen. And so once I do that, I submit it. And yeah, I have to still confirm that, and that will be sent to facilitators for review. And as you can see, in the immediate aftermath of those proposals, everything is the same because there's an action that has to be taken at the review level to apply them. Another new addition to the prioritization tool is a map explorer. This page is available to basically look at the entire basin rather than being restricted to looking at individual sub-basin units. So by choosing the different options, I'm able to see the distribution for the different focal species in the IFRMP. And in addition, if I were to notice a potential error and I had information to support why I may have the inappropriate historic, current, special emphasis habitat locations, by scrolling up to the top, I can suggest a revision in a manner analogous to what was demonstrated earlier with project locations. If I click yes, the difference this time will be I need to say, oh, I think this hydrologic unit, there was some historic presence, but it's missing. And then I will go and find Coho, and I could make that suggestion here. And again, I would provide my name and a rationale and submit it. But in this case, I will not do that for you. But I think you can see the way this is accomplished in this tool.